Mr. Karate, I would like to open the meeting, please.
Don't bother, I'm shutting it down.
Mr. Accomando?
Present.
Ms. Borelli?
Present.
Ms. Ianello?
Present.
Mr. Laurentino?
Present.
Ms. Mahoney?
Here.
Mr. Shear?
Here.
Ms. Torbic?
Present.
Ms. Traverso?
Present.
Ms. Zottarelli?
Here.
Pledge of allegiance, please.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we take a minute for a moment of silence for 9/11 too, please? Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Karate, where are we here? I'm blind as a- Adequate notice of this meeting has been sent to all members of the Board of Education and to the Bergen Record in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, 1975. I'd like to see if the superintendent has anything.
Yeah. Hi. I will speak more during Wednesday's meeting, but I just want a few updates. We are having our ribbon cutting ceremony at Washington School for the playground. It's scheduled for tomorrow at 2:15. Board members, if you did not respond, if you're able to attend, please let Ms. Galvin know. If it rains, the rain date will be the following day at 2:15, Wednesday at 2:15. But it looks like the rain's going to clear up. I also wanted to just remind our parents that each parent must pay the $25 Chromebook Insurance Fee for their child to keep the Chromebook, and the Chromebook is required. It has to be our district Chromebook due to the programs that we have on them. I can explain a little bit more on Wednesday. And I also just wanted to explain that we're transitioning from My School Messenger to mass notifications in Blackboard. And with that, there's been some emails that were going to spam or emails that were from a different email address. We're working on that. We are due to finalize mass notifications by Monday, a week from today. We have our final meeting with them, and then we should also have our district app as well as mass notifications fully set. So I appreciate everyone's patience. I know it's been a work in progress, but we are getting there. That's all for today.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Karati.
I have nothing for tonight. I'll update some items when we get to the budget finance facility section.
Okay, so we're going over here. We're going to open for agenda items, or are we going to do our stuff first? Which one are you doing? Oh, this one here, yeah. Okay.
So the first one, board action, the minutes will be added to, tomorrow. We'll get them all done and on there.
Okay. Education curriculum. Any questions, discussion? Mr. Okay. Move on to next. Budget finance, right?
So under budget finance, under .16, I'll have the transfers, and .17, the reports tomorrow. I'm finishing up with the treasurer. I know they're July and it's September, so what else was there? No, .21, after the closed session tonight, the Budget Finance Facility Committee will be meeting to review the proposal, and we'll decide whether it moves forward to the agenda for Wednesday. And I think that's it. Yes, that's all I had.
Okay, thank you. Policy.
Wait, through the chair.
Okay.
Under budget, finance, and facilities, it's not on this agenda, but it was on 2 weeks ago agenda. The paving up, the cement up at Franklin School with the railings, are they gonna paint those? I mean, we paid $66,000 and we got 3 different color railings, black, silver, and rust.
Well,
Like the rust.
we're trying to switch them all to the aluminum ones, so we don't have to paint them, and they don't rust. If you see the ones at the high school, we're just trying to, look, I'd like to do it all, but it was over $300,000 to do that whole section of stairs and railing, so we'll have to just bear with it. So I'm not going to paint them black.
No, they're going to be aluminum, right?
can't you paint it black, at least silver, since
Okay, we
that's
could-
gonna be
If we don't do them, we could
changed,
try
I
to do
guess?
that.
Take it out of
At
Sylvia's
least
pack.
they'll match. Oh, it looks
Okay.
horrible, I'm sorry, we paid a lot of money for it.
You're- Okay, we'll look into that.
Any other discussion? Good. Okay, policy, any discussion?
Through the chair.
Sure.
Under the first one, PO 143.2. I'm not going to ask who, but did we pick?
No, we had a first round. We had 8 students that filled out the form to apply for the position. We were able to interview 7 of them. We're still trying to get the 8th person in. Part of the policy is that you have student body representation on the interview committee, so we also had difficulty scheduling these students to come sit on the committee. So they will be on our second round. And I have to say that the 7 we interviewed, absolutely amazing. The professionalism, the maturity of these students, and everything that they have already accomplished and that they're looking to accomplish is extremely impressive. And the entire committee just sat around the table like in awe. And it was in the conference room. We switched it from my office to the conference room. So these children came in and sat in the hot seat at this conference table and did amazing. So, I mean, it's going to be really difficult to choose, I will say, but we have a committee, a second round scheduled for this week, I believe. It's either this week or the beginning of next week.
So it'll most likely
So we will
be
have it
next
for,
month?
yes, we will have them for October. 1 for October.
Okay.
have
Through
a
the chair,
Yep.
I have a question. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back to budget and facility. My computer's not coming up, so I had to do it on my phone. I see in professional development, there's a few of the guidance department going to different university admission sessions. So what is that exactly, and what are they bringing back for the students?
My understanding, and I will confirm, is that the colleges host the guidance counselors to share information about the application process and any new offerings at that college or university, and that way they bring it back to our students. I will say with our new director of student personnel services, those meetings with the counselors are beginning to start, and everyone just seems to want the same thing moving forward and how best we can serve our students, so I'm hopeful.
Very good, thank you.
Through the chair, on that issue, moving forward, we had questioned this a couple of years ago. Do they all have to go, or can 1 or 2 go as liaisons and then bring the information back?
They're going to different schools with different people.
I don't know, I can't say it.
No, it's in one of the supplements.
Oh, the workshops
Under
for the
workshops?
guidance counselors.
So like one is going to UMass, one is
Okay.
going to Kentucky, so it's different schools.
But is it the same information?
Well, they're different schools.
They're
so it's gonna
tailored
be
for each
different information.
specific
That
school.
particular school.
So they're going to the school for that particular school. It's not just a general workshop. Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Anybody else? Okay. And as far as the last week's, the big thing on the curriculum, can we get on our website, let parents know, I know we did this already, let them know that they can opt out if they want to?
It is currently on our website. It is under Departments, Curriculum, and Instruction.
Mhm.
And you go to Health Instruction, and the website that Mrs. DeBonis created is on there with all the information, including how to opt out.
And there's Q&A type of thing too, or
Yep.
not real? Oh, good, good.
There, well, there's maybe not a Q&A, but there's the mission, the vision, the statute. Yeah, there is frequently asked questions.
Oh, good, okay. Because I know people were worried about where they were gonna, if they opted out, where they're gonna sit. I know that you said they're gonna be in a classroom doing other stuff,
And
but,
Mrs. DeBonis has been answering those questions as well, and it does depend on the number of students that are opting out and where we would have room for them, because you do have to provide alternate instruction.
absolutely. Okay, thank you.
On a question on that, now, you're opting out from a specific subject, not the whole health.
You are not permitted to opt out of health. You're only permitted to opt out of specific topics, family life topics.
Okay, so the parents are aware of that.
Health is mandated.
Right,
by
but
the
I mean,
state.
are the parents aware
Yes.
that they're not opting out from everything?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Through Mike, to your point, I have seen many people post the link on Facebook.
Oh, good, okay.
To opt out and explain what it is. And actually, somebody posted one of their emails that they got from Nicole, and it explains it all. So it's getting out there little by little.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, negotiations, nothing?
No.
Oh, we'll add to just that, okay. Any other personnel will go in close, right?
Just so the rest of the board knows, we just approved the contract, and now we have an addendum. It just cleared up some language, some new language we had in there about the teaching staff, the faculty had to stay during the week, certain day with certain amount of time. So we worked it out with them and just got the language cleared up, and we also changed the 2 stipends that were not done, that we were paying previously over the years. So that's all that's for.
Thank you. Okay, personnel will do in close, right? Yeah, anybody got any questions on personnel at all that we can discuss later?
I have a question. On 2223.17, sorry. On 2223.17, number 2, that's saying appointments. I was pretty sure she resigned, but needed to, do her like 30 days or whatever. So is she on just for the month, but it's under appointments? That's my confusion.
Yeah, just on the June agenda, I believe it was, the salary was incorrect. It should be at .8 was for the full amount.
Okay,
So, right,
got it.
we're correcting, and she has resigned. She did
Okay,
resign.
gotcha. So it's just through that date, that salary is
Yeah.
correct. I understand. Okay,
You must
thank
have
you.
read my mind, Kelly.
Okay. Anybody have any committee reports they want to do tonight? Wait till Wednesday, or? Wednesday? Oh,
Mine are really short, so.
okay.
As we know, the ribbon cutting is tomorrow, hopefully. We're gonna cross our fingers it doesn't rain. And they have,
Is your mic on?
yeah, it is. You still can't hear me?
No.
Would you like me to talk louder? I can do that.
There you go.
That I know how to do. Okay, I wasn't a cheerleader for nothing. Okay, so, sorry. So we know the ribbon cutting is tomorrow for the playground, and I believe they have $7,000 for the next phase. I hope I'm saying the right amount. She did email me in. So they're well on their way with that. And the Education Foundation will be having their meetings in October, and she's gonna kill me because she told me the dates of the walkathon, and now I don't remember. Sorry, bear with me. Do you have it? She had just, all right, I found it. Okay. The walkathon will be held on October 21st, and permission slips, envelopes will be sent home the end of this month. And that's it.
Thank you. Okay.
I'll have the PTO for Wednesday.
Okay.
I just want to remind everyone at home that there is the middle school, high school PTO meeting right after this meeting.
Oh,
on
tonight?
Zoom. Tonight, yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, any liaison now? Correspondence? Old business? New
Back up, through the chair.
All right.
Under correspondence, would that be considered the letter that a copy of the letter that we received today in our email? Can I speak on that under correspondence?
Sure.
Okay, I'm just curious to know what the purpose of getting that letter was for. You just don't read your emails?
Email.
We got an email, and there was an attachment of a letter from Mark, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, I'm just curious as to why we got it.
That's for closed session later.
Okay, we'll discuss it in closed session.
No? No, it was from Ray.
Yeah,
Said
the,
personnel on it.
yeah, the ethics training.
Oh, the letter, and I thought we meant somebody wrote us a letter.
I got something under new business here from Mr. Rich Fuchs, known as the Art Man. Spoke very highly of you. Okay. This is in regards to Albert Gorab's passing. He said, my wife Patricia and I met Mr. Gorab while we were employed as teachers in Saddlebrook. I taught art in all the elementary schools while she, a classroom teacher. Al Gorab dedicated 35 years of his life to the students and parents of Saddlebrook. He was the inaugural principal of Long School. He was then appointed as the superintendent of schools. He continues to be the longest-serving superintendent of schools in the town's history. He retired in 1990 after spending the majority of his tenure in Saddlebrook as superintendent. He was beloved by his students, their parents, teachers, the staff, and his fellow administrators. Through the years, many former students have posted a heartwarming story about him, both as a principal and superintendent of schools. My wife Patricia and I have stayed in constant contact with him all these years. We'll never forget about his compassion and love for all of the students, Saddlebrook students and teachers. After his retirement, he dedicated himself to his wife Phyllis, his sons and grandchildren. In the past year, he was diagnosed with numerous health issues. He was on dialysis 3 times a week due to his failing kidneys. While he was dealing with his own health concerns, his wife Phyllis was diagnosed with early-stage Alzheimer's. In addition, his son Jeffrey was enduring numerous serious health issues and multiple surgeries. Through it all, he continued to take care of his wife's every need. This past week, Al called me to tell me that his son Jeff had passed away. I could still hear him crying on the phone while trying to get those horrible words out. Saturday night, we came home to see that he called, so I immediately called him back. When the call was answered, I called him by the moniker that I had given him, the Big Cheese. You can't imagine the shock when I realized that it was his son Stephen on the other end informing me that he passed away the night before. I can only speak for me and my wife, and when I say that, it would be a just and fitting memorial to this beloved man to have the administration building dedicated to his honor. I'm positive that when you speak to any residents of the town that knew Al Gorab, they would agree. I welcome your thoughts on this matter. Thank you. And on new business, I'd like to give my condolences out to Kevin Kozlowitz, our custodian.
Passing of his mom.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I need this. Okay, I'd like to open the meeting to the public. Second?
Aye.
Okay, anyone wish? Okay. Oh, thanks, I can't see this.
Lisa, don't look so scared.
Okay, residents are requested to state their names, address, and subject matter. In the event it appears the public comment portion of the meeting may exceed 45 minutes, the presiding officer may limit each statement made by a participant to 5-minute durations. Issues raised by members of the public may or may not be responded to by the board. All comments will be considered and a response will be forthcoming if and when appropriate. The board asks that members of the public be courteous and mindful of the rights of other individuals when speaking. Specifically, comments regarding students and employees of the board are discouraged and will not be responded to by the board. Students and employees have specific legal rights afforded by the laws of New Jersey. The board bears no responsibility, nor will it be liable for any comments made by members of the public. Members of the public should consider their comments in light of the legal rights of those affected or identified in their comments and be aware that they are all legally responsible and liable for their comments. Okay, thank you.
Frank Barber, 262 Evans Place. I just have a couple things. First and foremost, most of you know that I'm running for Board of Education, so I'm not here to make enemies but allies to move our district forward if in fact I do win a seat. Now I know I've caused quite a stir on Facebook when it comes to the opt-in and opt-out. I commend all of you guys for at least giving the parents an option to opt out. Now, as you know, there's been, and I know we can't change it this year, and I don't expect anybody to change it this year, but there's been a few towns that have took the initiative and went with the opt-in. And I'm hoping that maybe in the future, that might be some sort of a way we can do this, because Middletown and Lakewood are both doing it. And the opt-in basically is just for those areas, those touchy areas, we want to say, those kids are not taking it, and the whole entire school is not taking it unless a parent comes forward and says, yes, I want my student to take it. Now, to me, that alleviates the problem of a kid accidentally slipping through the cracks and taking it, and then going home and saying to their mom and dad, well, I took this, and their mom and dad is like, wait, I didn't really know anything about it, or I missed the email, or I missed it on the website. And I just think that's something that we could look into down the road. But again, I commend you guys for at least giving the option. I don't know if every district's doing it, but at least you gave the option. The other thing is, a question came up, again, Facebook is the root of all evil, about conflict. And this is for council, really, this question. I'm a former board member in another town, and my question is, if I win the election, and I'm a teacher, but I'm in a union, the GFT. Now, I know the answer to this because I called New Jersey school boards. Would I, in fact, be in conflict to vote on any subject that comes up within the Board of Ed? Now, I know New Jersey school boards told me no. The other thing is, the only thing I couldn't do, and just correct me if I'm wrong after saying this, is I can't negotiate a contract at the table with another teacher, only the teachers union. But I can vote on the contract once it's ratified. Is that correct?
It's not correct to say that you would. You can't speak to conflict